Hello, everyone, and welcome back to, you guessed it, The Council. It's your girl, Cosette.
Lexi. And Rachel.
And today we're talking about the DTR talk. What is that, you may ask? Define
The relationship.
the.
It was a mad-libbed moment that I think Rachel was not.
No, it was.
Oh,
I guess to say the day.
Oh my god. That was just.
That was define the relationship.
Define the relationship. And this is a talk that could be very scary to have with your SO, which is
Significant
other. I thought you were going to say SOB. So I was like,
what's SOB?
son of a.
Oh. I don't use that vocabulary.
Oh my goodness. Not
Anyway,
on the council.
We're going to talk a little bit about the define the relationship talk and why it feels so loaded and how you approach that conversation with confidence.
Oh
We're going to teach y'all today how to have that conversation. I have one sip of my energy drink and I feel like a new person.
She's bringing the energy in when we need it.
So
I need it.
let's think back on each of our past define the relationship talks.
shaking in my boots.
So scary. It is really scary.
And why do you do that face?
We feel like it's so scary because of like the pressure of rejection. Like, what do you guys think makes the define the relationship talk so intimidating?
Oh gosh. Well, I feel like right now, nowadays, situationships are such a thing. As soon as you try to define the relationship, it's like, bye. It's like, that's the exit strategy.
I think also why it's so scary is because, as you can see, even in situationships, it feels like you're on the same page, and it feels like they're giving you everything. They're taking you on dates. They're doing, like, you're meeting family and friends and
morning messages.
Right. You're like, oh great. So if I have this conversation, it should be like relatively seamless because it seems like we like each other. But oftentimes they're like, oh well, I'm not really interested in a serious relationship, or
I'm not ready.
I'm not ready, and you're like, oh, whoa, we've been spending every night together and we're doing all this, and it's mixed messaging. So I think
like, what am I here for?
Now that people have been through that, it's like, gosh, I could be reading this all wrong. Maybe I don't want to have this conversation, but like now it's a year out and I think we should be something.
I'd rather
a year out.
I know, that is kind of
but some people would rather just stand in the limbo than risk losing it. And
which is, if you're not if you're looking to have that conversation of defining it, then maybe if it doesn't yield the result you want, then maybe you should move on.
Well, a few things I want to say is defining the relationship talk will not scare away the right person.
That's true.
That's true.
If you try to define the relationship at a time where it feels like, okay, like we've been doing this for a while, I want to move on to something serious, and they're not on the same page as you, then it's not meant to be regardless.
Don't stick around just because you're like, oh, that's okay.
Well, maybe it will change. Like,
because it's not, and it's obviously not fulfilling you. Like, there's a reason you're bringing up the definition talk. Unless you are on the same page in your heart, you're like, yes, I just want to make sure we're on the same page. So this is for fun. Or, yes, we're dating to have this be serious. Like, be truthful to yourself. Because a lot of times I've been there with Sailor Moon where I'm like, I had the define me conversation. I was like, so what is this? Like, are we ready to be exclusive? And he's like, oh, well, I feel like exclusive means that we're dating. And
why are people so scared
I
of
I don't know. I was like, haven't we been kind of like doing that for the last 6 months?
Oh my gosh.
And and then because he said the answer that I didn't want, I was like, that's okay. I'm okay with what we're doing. And I wasn't.
You lied to
and
yourself.
like, for another month I was just like fooling myself to think that
you try to make it think, oh yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yep.
And then in actuality, it just builds
it just
on
is
you
like,
and you're like,
what am I
I'm not
doing
liking
now?
this.
I'm in a relationship or a situationship with someone who's told me we're not going to date, and I'm just like thinking it'll change.
Yeah.
No.
It won't change.
Or you think, oh yeah, I'll change his mind. Like he'll
or
want
I'll
to do
change
it.
my mind. I am okay with casual. No.
Yeah, you try to convince yourself
So
you're
don't-
okay to meet them there when it's not.
Yeah.
You don't want to compromise.
You don't want to do that.
I love how passionate we all are already getting about this conversation.
but we've all been through it, and I think everyone listening probably has been through the define this conversation.
Yeah, especially when, the times where I feel like I've had that conversation and it's gone not in the way that I would hope, I always look back on it fondly because I feel so happy that I brought it up in the time that I did because it saved me time.
Yeah.
That's true.
Sometimes waiting around and not knowing if they're on the same page is the most dreadful part. And I can remember one situation in the past where I was dating a man. Disgusting,
Oh.
I know. I cannot believe that I did that, honestly.
I didn't know where you were going with that. I dated a man. I'm like,
I got that.
okay.
And we had been dating and seeing each other for like, well, I'll say like seeing each other for probably like 4 or 5 months. Do you know who I'm talking
Is this
about?
why?
No.
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 I know what it is.
I think the
one
nickname is Two on the
after-
Head.
After that.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking, why is someone else?
Oh, okay. We will talk offline, off screen. Anyway,
I've been getting this all wrong.
I'd been hanging out with this guy for like
Is this the guy who asked you to be his girlfriend at your birthday?
no.
Okay,
What?
so I am not thinking
No,
of the same
no, no,
person.
no.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay, it's
I
clear.
remember it got to the point where I was a little bit confused. You're just like trying to figure out.
I know, she's like,
Maybe
man.
maybe as I explain it, it will come to you.
Not a boy.
No, it was not. No.
I understand. Whisper it to me.
No, stop it! Let me tell the story. No, I don't think you have it right either. I don't think you have it right.
No.
What do you think it is? No, you're wrong.
No!
As soon as she said that, I'm like,
No.
4 or 5 months doesn't make sense.
Okay, listen to the story. and
Okay,
then
all
I'll
right.
talk to you.
Okay.
My gosh, these nosy little girls. So I was dating this guy, and like about 4-ish months in, I had texted him and I was like, hey, like, do you think you can come over? I just want to talk to you about, like, to make sure we're on the same page as everything. And he was like, yeah, of course. And we went on this long walk, and I had just basically expressed to him that I felt like I wanted to know that it was headed in the same direction, that we both wanted the same thing. And I was looking for more, like, dates. And I said, is it coming to you?
I know.
Okay.
I know who it
Let's
is.
see. Yeah!
I knew it. I knew it.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't know how old. I forgot how old he was.
No. He was not. I didn't say man for age. I
I thought you did.
was
I
Just
did
kidding.
too. Okay.
Okay. So
as
listen.
soon as you said walk, I was like, well, there's only. Okay.
That was a conversation. Maybe it wasn't necessarily the define the relationship talk, but it was a talk. It was kind of a check-in, and it was a conversation that I was nervous to have because I didn't want to throw off the dynamic of how things were going, but I knew that I needed to have the self-respect for myself to have that conversation and just know straight off the bat if we were both wanting the same thing. And I remember, oh my gosh, Actor of the Year award. I remember he was like, absolutely, I want that. I will definitely
Again, you get the answer you want, and then
yeah, I will make sure to be putting in that effort. Like, that's what you deserve. And I left the conversation feeling really satisfied, feeling like really great. And then I never heard from this man again.
Oh my
After
gosh!
For
this
4 or
man
5
disappeared.
months. He disappeared.
They were seeing each other consistently
Isn't that crazy?
for so long. I met this guy, and
But looking back
just
on it,
disappeared.
I'm so
Yeah.
relieved. Trash took itself out. Like, I'm so
Yes.
relieved that I found that out sooner rather than later so I could move on to find someone
that's crazy.
who I'm with now, who's amazing and is actually made his intentions clear from the very beginning.
Oh, he has.
But there are
You didn't even have to have the defined talk. He was like, I'm ready.
Yeah.
When are you ready?
Yeah,
I will
yeah.
be there.
Well, I think, like, in the case that I'm in now,
Actually, all 3 of our relationships now, they had the define me conversation first, I think, and waited for us to kind of meet them. I
Well-
mean, Rachel, for sure.
Well, I was the one. I was the
No.
one that brought it up.
You were the one, yeah, but like I think your partner was ready
Yes.
That's true.
whenever you were gonna
Yes.
ready to take the next step every
Yes.
time. Yeah.
Yes, 100%.
And we know Mr. Tennis was like
it was like a
Let's
proposal.
chomping at the bit
Let's
for you
go.
to yeah.
But I feel like there was a healthy relationship. Typically, you shouldn't have to question where they're at with that. And one thing that I feel like I really value about our relationship was that I was never confused where he stood early on. I wasn't worried that we just had our intentions very clear of what we wanted from the beginning, and I
Yeah.
wasn't worried about him screwing me over and messing around and like lying to me.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like I had been in that situation a lot of times where it's this
I
reel that goes around. It's like men before they ghost you. It's like, I want to be with you for the rest of my life. I was telling my parents about you, like all these things, and then they ghost you. And I've been in that situation, and it's just that these men don't know what they want, and they get intimidated, they get scared, they're afraid of commitment, and then they run away like little children.
Yeah.
They still have healing to do.
Yes, exactly.
That's a very nice way to say that.
So that was although it was unfortunate in the moment, and I was, of course, blaming myself in the moment, wondering what I had done wrong, it makes you, I'm so grateful for it now. I'm never going to regret having that conversation, because it just eases so much anxiety on your end, just to at least know. Although it might hurt in the moment, at least you know.
Yeah, I agree. I think also, not the more times you go through it, bless you,
Please do.
but it does help when you have these conversations and age and time, and you realize, well, I have to put myself first, and I have to make sure that I'm honest and truthful with myself. And when you just are checking in with yourself, you're like, am I happy with like where we're at? No. Okay, well, then do something about it, because like you're just going to waste so much time. And every relationship and every lesson in love, it just helps you prepare and be more confident in what you want and what you deserve.
Yep.
And I think us three, like you just said, the story, it makes you realize, it will lead you ultimately to what's best and right for you.
Yeah.
And in the moment, it's going to suck. You're like, dang, I thought we were really vibing. I thought we really liked each other. I thought, maybe I can change his mind, or maybe, I am happy with this for another year, and I'll check in another year, or I'll check in another few months.
Time.
Yeah. It's not going to work. And ultimately, you're going to find a person who's just on every step with you. Yeah. Is like, hey, so.
Wants to be on the same page.
And if he's not on the same page as you,
block him.
Block him.
Cosette with these shirts. I mean,
I'm just on fire today.
What's so fun about our podcast is just seeing what Cosette is going to come up with.
Yeah, right?
What message is she sending today?
Am I subtly sending with my
Yeah.
shirts? So this define the relationship talk.
Yes.
Define the relationship talk. Yes.
This define the relationship talk can be scary for both people involved. What are some suggestions for starter points on how we make this not feel like an interrogation, but rather like how would you start that conversation with the person that you're seeing in a casual way?
Is this like,
let's role play a little bit.
okay, let's role play.
Okay.
I'm the camera person.
Oh, you're
the camera person? Am I the gent? Or am
No,
I
I
your
want you to
pursuer?
start it. So yeah, I'm the gent.
So wait, how have I met you? Am I meeting you on an app? Have we been dating and we haven't talked about
We're situationships.
our intentions?
We met on the apps. We never talked about it.
We never talked about
It's
that
6 months in, and you're like,
I would have already brought this up.
okay, but in this situation, you didn't bring it up yet. Okay.
Okay, so now I have to be the one that brings it up.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Hey, okay. Hey, so like I've really enjoyed spending my time with you, and I think we're having a lot of fun.
Yeah, me too.
I just want to understand where your head is at in this relationship, or trigger word for them.
Whoa.
This
Dial
what?
back relation.
This what?
He's scared. I just want to know like how you see us, and I guess where you see us maybe going in this dynamic, because I really like you, and I just kind of want to see where we're going.
Yeah, I mean, like, honestly.
What kind of boy am I dating?
I've been really...
Shame on me. I can tell.
I've been really enjoying, like, where we're at right now, and I just don't want to change anything. I feel like it's perfect. Like, I don't feel like I don't want to put any pressure on it. And aren't you happy with how we're doing right now?
I am, but is there a reason why we would be changing anything that we're already doing now just by saying that we're now exclusive, or now that we're dating each other, or now that our intention is to like date? Would that change up our dynamic?
I just feel like my intention is definitely like to date you eventually. So like, why does it matter
if we dating now?
Like,
what are we
I guess
doing?
we're like hanging out and seeing each other.
We're hanging out.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like, why does it matter for your like friends and stuff? Like, why does it matter? Like, my friends know about you. Why do you care?
Secure in what we're doing. now honeymoon phase is over. We're in an argument.
This is the nightmare situation. I'm giving you all the worst responses.
I know this man. How did I pick this man? He is not on the same page with me. Cameraman, step in.
I'm getting fueled up over here. I want to.
I know.
Punch you.
I think
walk away. He's a toxic man.
Yeah.
Walk away
Okay.
from him.
Sorry. I've
So,
been
yeah,
asking
I just feel
too
like
many
everything's
questions.
been great. Like, why would we want to change anything? I don't.
No, that's cool, and you're okay to feel that way. I just don't think this is right for me then, and I think it's just better if we walk away and stay friends or never see each other again. Thank you.
Wow, that's how you handle it.
That's how you handle.
Okay, now let's role play a healthy.
Okay, Rachel, you step in with healthy.
Okay, you're
healthy.
the cameraman.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm the gent.
Wait, you're the what?
Gent.
She's so good at it. She just let her be the good
I'm
gent.
good at it.
No,
Oh,
she's the
good at
gent.
it.
You got to be like asking your.
Healthy relationship.
This is a healthy relationship.
So you, hey baby, I got you flowers. You're so amazing. You ready to define this relationship?
And wait, am I the girl or the guy?
Yeah, you're the girl.
I'm the girl.
Yeah.
Healthy. Okay.
No, well, pretty much Cosette is.
Yeah,
gonna be
I'm gonna
healthy.
change
You're
how I
saying,
respond.
Oh, you're gonna be healthy. Okay. You're
She's
you're a
healthy.
healthy dude.
Yeah,
You're
I
not
got-
toxic.
No.
I got frat boy or
Okay.
player man. I
Got
don't
it.
know.
Hey, sweetie. So I know we've been,
Hey,
you know,
babe.
seeing each other for a minute, and
Yeah.
I've enjoyed, you know, just learning more about you and spending time with you,
Oh,
learning
me
about your
too.
family, and I've been loving the moments we've been sharing with each other. And I was wondering, you know, where is your head at? Like, what do you want between me and you? What do you want?
What do you
from this?
want?
I'm
It's not that simple.
I really feel that same way about you, and I've been having so much fun getting to know you.
The voice
and-
change.
And I definitely like see you as someone I want to be in your life for long term, and I feel like we could really work together. And I've been actually wanting to have this conversation, so I'm really glad that you're bringing it up. Like, what do you want?
I have, you know,
What do you want?
I've been feeling the same way. That's why I'm bringing it up. I do see, you know, a potential future and long-term future with us. I feel like we are each other's yings and yangs going hand in hand.
Yings and yangs.
And I feel like we really complement each other. So if you would like to explore that, I would love to explore, you know, furthering this relationship with
Here,
you.
give me a second. Pretend
Wow,
like these
this
are
is-
flowers.
This is the.
Will you be my girlfriend?
Absolutely! Where did you get this from?
I was ready to ask you.
That is how a healthy.
And that's a healthy defined
That's a
relationship.
healthy. I know. I liked how you, as the Jen said, what do you want as well? Like, I really like that. So you both had a chance to explore what you both wanted, and like it was reversal. Like, hey, yeah, I really like us as well. What are you hoping to gain from this relationship? And it just like opening up that conversation for each other, and just really understanding where you're going. And you guys were quite chatty with each other.
That was
Yeah.
fun. Well, I was feeding off his energy.
And I was feeding off her.
I
energy.
know. I know. I want to get some of that energy.
So I feel like those are great examples of a nightmare situation and a very healthy situation, and they both are very possible outcomes.
And both very necessary to have. Like, yeah.
To find the
Yeah.
right one.
Yeah.
I'm still like reeling from that yings and yangs. I was yings and yangs. I just love that. I was
I was just pulling it out of thin air.
So, yeah. Lastly, before we wrap up this episode, what is one parting word of wisdom that you would give if someone just had a define the relationship talk and it did not go how they want?
Are they still thinking of seeing them, or are they in a slump because they're no longer seeing them? I guess both would be.
They're unsure. Like,
okay.
I mean, I guess I'll start to kind
Yeah.
of, I guess, help the frame of reference of like how I was posing
Help
the
them,
question.
Cosette, help them.
But I would say know your worth, know your standards, and stick to that. And life is way too short, and there's way too many fish in the sea to settle for someone who is not as crazy about you as you are about them. Because I promise
So
you,
true.
there's going to be someone, I'm going to talk to my camera. I promise you, there's going to be someone out there who is just as crazy about you as you are about them. And that's what you deserve. You don't need to be hanging in this limbo, waiting for this validation and waiting for them to hopefully one day want a relationship with you.
Yeah.
Know your worth. Get up, girl.
Oh,
And
the
walk
snap
away.
was included. Yep.
Snap
Damn.
included.
I feel like, you know, once you hear them out and hear where they want to be and what they want to be with you, if it's not with you, that's your moment where you're like, okay, I got to stop chasing. I got to move forward. If he doesn't want to be with you now, what makes you think he'll want to be with you later? And it's like, okay, you know,
And the only
I'm
way
crazy
he's
about
going,
you.
the
and
only
you're
way
not
to
crazy
change
about
that
me.
is
Yeah.
by leaving and having them explore that by themselves. If they come back to you and say like, you know what, I realized, because I actually think Kristen Bell and Dax Shepard is that
Yeah.
his name? Okay.
DX.
I was like, they were in a similar. She had that conversation with him. And she's
Oh, I
like,
didn't
I
know
really
that.
like you. And he's like, you know, I'm not really sure. I really think you're an amazing person. And I just don't know if I can give you what you want and such. And she's like, okay, really sucked. But she's like, understand. And that's okay. But I'm like, we're not going to see each other like that then. And I don't know if it was the next day or the next week, but like very soon after, he calls her back up. He's like, never mind. I realize I really like you and I just want to see you and be with you.
Wow.
And so I think that was just a really great message that she did, is like,
She
had the conversation. It's like, you're entitled to feel that way. Totally get it. That, like, obviously I really liked you and I hope I wish you the best, but
if you
that's
don't choose me,
I'm gonna grab my stuff and
then
get
I'm not
gone.
gonna make you choose me.
And then he realized, wait, this was, maybe I was scared in that moment, but I realized, like, I loved my time with them, and why would anything have to change just by saying, like, we're exclusive? Like, so I think even if you think that is a potential like, you saw it, the only way for them to see it after they've already said, no, I'm okay, like, no commitment for me, they might say it differently, is to stop and say, like, that's fine, but then I'm not going to be in your life in that way right now.
Yeah,
like,
And can I
remove
tell y'all a
yourself.
secret?
Tell it.
They always come back.
They
so,
do.
yeah, hopefully
do.
this gives everyone a little bit of strength if you are going into that conversation, and also just reminds you of your worth and what you deserve. Everyone, say it with me. We don't chase, we attract.
We attract.
What belongs to us,
What belongs to us
will
simply
come find us.
Find
Y'all, I've said this a million times.
Are we supposed to read your mind?
I've said this a million
I
times.
thought we were going to repeat after you. I didn't know what you were saying.
Okay, everyone, repeat after me.
Okay.
I don't chase, I attract.
I don't chase, I attract.
What belongs to me
What belongs to me
will simply come find me.
will simply come find me.
And if you're listening at home, I want you to say that to yourself.
And if you're
3
listening at home, I
times.
want you to say,
Good one, you're funny. Thanks, guys, so much for listening. It's Cosette signing off.
Lexi.
and Rachel.
Bye.